Warfronts are instance matches where you get put onto a team and you take part in small scale combat in order to accomplish objectives and win the match for your team. There are many different types of Warfronts, so let's go over the variations of them. The first Warfront is flag capture, and this is basically where you're going to run around the map and try to capture the flags to put them into the allegiance of your particular team. The longer your team has control of a particular flag, the more points it will earn. Some flags do award more points than others, so keep that in mind. The two ways to win these maps is to accumulate enough points to reach the point goal, or else have more points than the opposing team whenever the Warfront timer has been reached. The next type of Warfront we're going to talk about is the assault type, and these are basically where you are trying to destroy one of the objectives that is controlled by the enemy team. The first team to destroy the objectives of the opposing team will be declared the winner, or else the one that has destroyed the most amount of objectives before the time limit has been reached. The third type of Warfront we're going to talk about is Martyrdom, and this is basically where you pick up an objective, and the longer that you're holding it, the more points that you will score for your team. The big trick is the longer the person holds the objective, the more damage that they will take over time every single tick. So eventually it will accumulate so much that it will one-shot the carrier and give the enemy team the opportunity to take control. Once a team scores enough points to reach the point goal, or else the timer runs out and the team with the most amount of points will be declared the winner. The last type of Warfront we're going to talk about is Escalation. The aim of this game is to capture source stones and return them to your base. There are two variations of this game, one being that in order to win the match you have to turn in a certain amount of source stones, and the other is to turn in source stones until you reach a point total. The team that reaches that goal first, or else has the most amount of points or source stones whenever the timer runs out, will be declared the winner. Now that we've talked about the various Warfronts, now it's time to talk about the rewards that you can get from participating in them. Just for participating in the Warfront, you'll get favor every time a player is killed, or else if the match ends. And this favor is used in order to upgrade your gear or buy consumables that can be applied to your gear or your character. Another reward you can get if you're part of the winning team is a Marauder cache, and once open it will either have platinum in it or a piece of gear, and this gear can be upgraded multiple times in order to become some of the best gear in the game. And yet another reward, if you look at the top of your Warfront menu whenever you're first queuing up for your match, you will see a random Warfront charge at the top. These are accumulated once every day up to a maximum of 7, and if you had chosen a random Warfront while you still had a charge and you're part of the winning team, you will get all the marks listed below. If you run out of Warfront charges, there are multiple ways in order to accumulate more. One being, if you're a patron to the game, you will have an ability to grant yourself 3 additional bonus charges every week. Another way is if you have credits on your character, you can open up the Rift store and buy additional Warfront charges from there. Last but not least, there are multiple weekly quests that you can obtain for your character, and it will give you lots of rewards for accomplishing these quests in PvP. The quests range from killing a certain amount of players in Warfronts to winning a specific amount of matches.